B as well here today. At the time of this recording, Bitcoin is trading at $418 US dollars, and the the GCR coin, Global Currency Reserve, is trading at almost a penny at 0.0096 USD, which is 2,293 satoshis. A lot of great green candlesticks on that one there. Very cool. And even though we have not even started any of the utility, so to speak, for GCR, there's some, but not yet fully integrated to the Nexxus Global Rewards community that we're all here for. The Nexxus coin is live, yet it is not set on a trading platform. Join in on the conversation with Kelly B and Kellyanne as we talk about what is really up and out there in the alternative cryptocurrency industry and how we can make a difference. The cost of ignorance exceeds that of education. There's millions of people that invest thousands of dollars for that little edge to give themselves an advantage in life. Your knowledge about the people's new financial system is priceless, and you are priceless too. And your small investment in yourself is a far smaller risk than being left behind. The cost of doing nothing and not fully understanding how to benefit from using cryptocurrency could be devastating to generations that follow you. This is for you and your family and your children. Empower yourself with education. This is empowered by the gift of Nexxus University. Knowledge conquers the future. www.nexxusuniversity.com. Take it away, Kelly B.
Wow, thank you, Kelly. Hello, everyone. So glad you're all here this morning. Good information out there, Kelly. You're so inspiring, and we got some great articles to go over this morning as well. And let me start with this first one. I was tickled. You guys know how I am with anything that has to do with the old system compared to our new solution here. But I just love this guy at overstock.com. He really seems to be, even though he's running a big organization over there at overstock.com, he's really pushing it as far as leaders go out in the corporate world for decentralization. And this is just a great article. It's titled Retail Giant Overstock to Issue Its Own Stock on BlockChain Platform. And basically, the online retail giant Overstock announced it will issue public shares of company stock on its blockchain platform at the 41st Annual International Futures Industry Conference today, and that was on March 16th. So basically, the article goes on to talk about how he's got his shares on the NASDAQ, but he's going to send out 1 million shares on the blockchain too. And he's done some other things in the past too, but he basically says, we've proven the safety and security of the tech numerous times, enough for us to be confident in the capacity to make this work and ensure investors that we meet safety and security that SEC demands. He also goes on to say that, like I just noted, that dual markets will be there. He expects that the arbitrage opportunities that people will find if there are pricing discrepancies between blockchain shares and other shares, that people will take advantage of this. The values will be determined by the market. And he's also saying this is not a way to raise more additional income. It's a way to prove he said, we'll settle on 1 million shares as a number that will provide enough liquidity to prove out this concept. Bagley says this stock assurance is not about raising money, it's about providing this proving this technology. Way to go to this guy. Kudos to overstock.com, where you can purchase items with Bitcoin. So anyway, another article that came across that is just paving the way as well. Thank you, Michael Bailey, for hunting this one down for me this morning. Or yesterday, new blockchain apps revolutionize conducting businesses on the go. Amazing right here, guys. These are 3 simple things we're going to talk about to simplify the way we actually utilize cryptocurrency. A decentralized proof of movement ride sharing applications, an online notary service providing an app that enables users to spend Bitcoin at any NFC terminals are among few cryptographic concepts that they will implement on the blockchain technology in a new and sometimes starting fashion. So what is NFC? NFC is near field communication, which is a set of communication protocols that enable two electronic devices, one of which usually is portable, such as a smartphone, to establish communication by bringing them within 4 centimeters of each other. Okay, so that's what that is.
So everyone knows that's similar to Apple Pay, just kind of giving them an idea of what NFC really is. Apple Pay uses NFC, and there's a lot of blockchain technology that's utilizing that NFC. So keep going. That's awesome.
That is awesome. Maximize decentralization, improve efficiency. So blockchain's underlying technology, or Bitcoin's underlying technology, the blockchain, has entered a new era of mass adoption. The world's leading financial institutions, bank technology, startups, stock exchanges, and multi-billion dollar companies or corporations have begun to implement the blockchain technology onto their existing platforms to maximize decentralization and improve their efficiency. The growth of the blockchain technology coincides with the massive advancement in smartphone adoption, and it shows right here in this photographic display, this graphic here of just the adoption that's happening in the smartphones around the planet. I really like when they talk about this too. Lazus, this is one of the new launches, one of the new apps. It launched in 2015. Lazus is a decentralized proof of movement ride-sharing application. It's very similar to Uber or Lyft. They don't mention Lyft here, but except it is praised on the cryptocurrency community for its implementation of the blockchain technology and developing a hybrid application for mainstream users. So the startup combined with successful model behind 51 billion ride-sharing application Uber. If you haven't heard of Uber, it's a way that you can pick up a ride share without having the more expensive way of a taxi. With its own unique mining protocol, which incentivizes early adopters better than later adopters to encourage users to join at early stages. Lazus team also introduced a new cryptographic concept called proof of movement, which enable users to earn Lazus tokens while driving. From the beginning, irrespective of the obstacle in ride sharing, we want to do things different in terms of our own operations. But when we begin to understand the difficulty of establishing enough of a critical mass of users to have a working system, we found that doing things differently could be a solution to that problem. So that's from co-founder of Lazus, Mattenfield. Also, there is improve, I think is the way you would pronounce Upprove, UPROOV, which is basically an online notary, which will be very attractive to people. I'm really, I'm going to look into this myself. Another startup that introduces a new cryptographic concept and a unique implementation of the blockchain technology is the online notary service provider, Upprove, developed by an Australian startup called Ledger Assets. The notary application utilizes the blockchain technology to store various forms of data, including photos, videos, and audio recordings on a distributed ledger. And it's unalterable mobile proof, so irrefutable and unalterable mobile proof. Freelancers and digital content providers in specific have always struggled to verify and validate their works online. By using this platform, however, digital content providers such as artists can prove their work on a transparent distributed ledger security with low cost. And then another startup is also is Plutus, I think is the way, PULTUS.IT. It focuses on the development of products that introduce Bitcoin to mainstream users. Now listen up, guys. This is a way for you to easily connect and utilize cryptocurrency is what we need to be doing, okay? Plutus is a Bitcoin application that enables users to spend Bitcoin at any NFC terminal. This means that by 2016, users will be able to use Bitcoin to purchase products and services at almost all stores and merchants with credit card that accept credit card or debit cards. With the emergence of the Bitcoin debit cards and the NFC payment applications, startups like Plutus taking Bitcoin one step closer to Main Street users. Now, guys, while we talk about this, now again, we're using these applications it's a bridge. It's absolutely a bridge. Keep in mind, Bitcoin is not the only coin out there that's going to hit it mainstream, and we're doing a lot to build our ecosystem at Nexxus here with GCR Coin and Nexxus Coin. The Nexxus Global Rewards community will do a whole lot to bring 2 more coins out that are going to be used by Main Street users, okay? And we're not going to have to go through the debit card and credit cards. But until then, it's okay to have different means. It's going to be great when you get out of the debit card and credit card completely, because we know that's still the centralized system. But until then, until we get totally decentralized with other means like Global Rewards, Nexxus Global Rewards Community, read about these things and take advantage of this. It will make your life a lot simpler, and you can be able to bring up that value of the coins that you're in by utilization. What you got to add there, Kelly?
Well, I think it's interesting that, just to simplify things also for people, that what's happening right now, just along with a lot that you talked about, you said the word tokens quite a bit. And understand something about tokens these days. What's happening is tokens are being integrated into where you can convert tokens into, say, Bitcoin or any other type of coin easily on an application. That is where, that's just one very small fraction of what's changing in the cryptocurrency space right now, along with NFT, which is very similar to Apple Pay and many of the other ones out there that are doing that. So it's funny how the financial markets that are already out there today and the tokens that are out there today, or the new tokens that are being created that are being applied towards the blockchain, towards Bitcoin. So maybe somebody else has something to interject on that. And so let me check the questions, Kelly, and see if anyone has anything they'd like to interject on that from their knowledge base out there, because I am not the all knowledgeable one, and either are you. We have many people here on this call that are extremely knowledgeable on cryptocurrency. Many of them are already certified in the Nexxus University and have taken all the courseware, and we might want to mention some of those people, because we did have Tracy Young. Tracy Young has graduated and is now a cryptocurrency specialist. Congratulations, Tracy Young. And no one really has anything to say. Maybe we can just plug Michael in, Michael Bailey, and see what he has to say about this. Michael, I'm putting you on the spot.
Yeah, go ahead and open his mic up, Kelly. But before you head on, Michael, I just want to add this. Guys, as we continue to roll out just these areas that you can go research, don't get overwhelmed by any of this. It's technology, and technology can be overwhelming, but it's not as difficult as it seems. If you feel overwhelmed by anything, just take a break, but just take a little step at a time. If you like one of these applications, don't take on all 3 applications at one time, but if you like something that would help you, if you're an Uber user right now, this can enable you to do some different things. If you have audios and all that kind of stuff, that a notary here through the blockchain will help you do that. If you're looking for a way to use a plastic steel but not having to move your Bitcoins out of Coinbase back into your bank account, or any kind of thing like that, and you want to truly use your Bitcoin and you get a plastic card to do that, that's fine too. Just take on what you feel like you can take on and ask questions, get involved, get in communities online if you can. Technology's here, and it's going to be more a part of our life. It's not going to be less a part of our life, even though there's, I definitely don't stay by the computer all day long. Get out and enjoy this beautiful nature. But yeah, go ahead, Michael. What you got to add there?
Uh, you kind of caught me unprepared to this morning. I was just kind of listening. Well, it's
Sorry.
very clear. It's really clear to me that you know this technology is gonna be very disruptive, and because if you think of it, everything that pretty much the entire industry, every industry, especially banking and finance, these are all centralized authority. These are all very centralized authorities, and what I see happening is that those who have the old boys club, those who have been in power for some of them for thousands of years, you can trace it all the way back to, you know, way back. These guys, what's happening is the curtains. They've been hidden by these dark curtains, sort of like the Wizard of Oz, behind the man behind the curtain, and these curtains are falling down and they're becoming exposed more and more. Well, being exposed is their greatest fear. So that's what this technology is doing. And, you know, they've been manipulating financial and they've been manipulating the economy and financial markets for ever since they've had control of them. And this technology is just going to help to free people on many levels, not just finance, but many things. One application of blockchain technology that I'm looking forward to is voting, where people can actually vote online. Where they said they use a blockchain for voting. That way, there's none of this electoral college stuff. There's no vote manipulation. It's all done in the privacy of your own home or on your smartphone. Um, you know, there's just no end to the technologies. Airline tickets could be issued on blockchains, train tickets, anything like that, anything that represents value these days. And these guys are getting an early start, as is Nexxus. But that's pretty much all I have to say this morning. You kind of caught me off guard. I wasn't prepared.
Tell it, but yes, you're awesome, Michael. Uh, it is very exciting that we're all here as pioneers because you can take bits and pieces of all of this and decide where you want to be a part of this. And really, that's an activist. An activist is someone who takes action and without guns and making change for the free market of this planet. And that is prosperity for everyone on this planet. With 4.5 billion, with no banking whatsoever. So we appreciate your input, Michael. Something you did say, though, I thought was really interesting. And see, it's early for me in the morning, so sometimes I get lost in my head. But gosh, you said something that was really cool. But thank you for all that you just said there. You guys can raise your hand if, in fact, you'd like to speak up on these calls. This is a conversation for you, not just for Kelly and I. It's a conversation where you can jump in at any time and raise your hand. I'm going to go ahead and let Kelly take this away. And I apologize, Michael, I couldn't remember what it was, but it was really cool what you said. I can't even get it in my head now.
Thank you.
All right, yeah, absolutely appreciate your comment there. Well, the thing about it is as we continue, the one thing that everybody, and I would really like to know from people, if they don't get this yet, if they don't understand that this is the very first concept that anybody needs to really comprehend, is there's a difference between centralized money and decentralized currency. There's a big difference, and it's true freedom. It really is. You know, I say it over and over, but I think this has to be really comprehended is you can go out and spend that paper as hard as you want to today, $100, $1,000, $10,000, $50,000. It's not going to give you more buying power. It's not. Matter of fact, it's going to probably buy less tomorrow. That's the nature of the rent sinking economy. It's designed that way. It's designed to collapse. If you haven't taken the first courses of the history of money, Mike Maloney goes over that. He tells you how it's designed, and it's overdue for a collapse. It's overdue. If you've got economists out here telling you it's overdue for the what's in your back pocket to have no buying power, what are you doing not doing something about it? You know, it's that simple. So cryptocurrency you can easily set up a wallet. It's not any more than setting up an account online. It's less difficult than going to the bank and setting up a bank account. Getting in these startup companies, downloading an app to your computer or your phone is not difficult. The software pretty much does it for you. So you just do remember your passwords. That's all I suggest you do. Make a hard document, a white paper document, or make sure you put it on the notes on your phone, whatever. Just make sure you always write it down. And get yourself in decentralized currency because you are in control of the value. What does that mean, Kelly? It means that you can control having more buying power tomorrow in it by utilization. That's the one thing that I want people, that's why I'm always talking about. We have to not just position in it and let it sit there in our wallets. We actually have to try to go buy something with it. And people say, well, I don't want to go buy with it. I want to hold it out. I want to keep it as an asset. Here's my little thinking. Here's step 2 of the whole process. If you moved, I don't know, say 50% of what you have in a bank into your Coinbase wallet or whatever other wallet you have. If you didn't, and you kept all your money in your savings account, well, we know just when you add inflation, even if you didn't add inflation, you're going to have less buying power. 100% across the board, that's the way it works. So it really, if you left it over there and you're using it to buy things with, you're going to have less buying power. If you put it over in your Coinbase wallet and you buy with it, you get at least a 50, even if it sits there, you got at least a 50% chance it's going to rise in value. Buy things with it. Doesn't matter. You know, it's going to rise or it's going to fall. It's going to stabilize. The more people that get into the utilization, the utility of the cryptocurrencies out there, the more it will stabilize. And I think we're seeing a lot of that now. Let me see if I can pull up the blockchain, because sometimes I can't pull it up if I haven't already got it on, but I have been doing some cleaning on my computer. So let's see if we can pull up blockchain. Just to show you, transactions are rolling. They're always rolling. This is big, a $16.1 trillion industry in really just 4 years, because the ecosystem behind Bitcoin didn't really get started until about 2012, 2011, 2012, so maybe 5 years now. But those are transactions rolling right there on the blockchain. And Bitcoin is only one currency. And currency is only the first app of the industry. We're so new. That's why it's so important to get on these calls. You know, Kelly and I just try to lead you down a path, because we're all different of what she likes technology. I like other things. So, you know, we can, whatever you like that really gets you going and gets your motor going and you're excited about, find those things out there, because this industry is going to touch on that. It's going to touch on everything. So there's something out there that you're going to want to grab a hold of that you like, that attracts you. Of course, currency, money affects us all right now. We're not a cashless planet. We've been duped by that black curtain that Michael spoke about, that we're pulling back that black curtain. There may be one day we don't have to live with any kind of barter exchange, but for thousands and thousands and thousands of years we've used one. So this is our transaction, our transformation. This is the evolution of money. This, I believe, is going to get us out, really pull back that black curtain in a big way, because we've been decentralizing in other areas, media, education. People are self-educating now with the World Wide Web out there. Media's out there. We can go get knowledge by not just listening to that program TV box anymore that's fake information anyway. We can actually get true news online. So, but now we're talking about the money system, the banking system, the economic system. So this is everybody's interest, and we just have to find that one light bulb moment. And I believe one of the key things to finding that is when you're talking to somebody about this, sometimes, especially if they haven't heard of cryptocurrency, they're going to look at you saying, oh my gosh, they're not going to get it. They're calcified. They're drinking fluoride water. They're calcified. They don't get it. The key is to not drop all this on them right away, but find what they're interested in. Find out what's going on in their world. It may be they just got laid off. It might be that they didn't get that salary raise they want. It may be that their children want to get in more activities, and that just affects the bottom line. Show people a way, but you have to first find out what is going on in their world, and then you adapt to that. So that's my little input there. But I keep driving that. I do keep driving that same, I guess I sound like a recording now, but to me, that's the first step to understanding why this is so important for us to get this in front of so many people. Get your business cards, guys. Don't do a lot of explaining on any of this. That's what Nexxus University is for, especially for those that are just, I've heard about it, but I don't really know about it. Great. Go get this, inexpensive courseware and self-educate yourself. You'll be glad you did. You're gonna do it sometime. You might as well do it now instead of later. And that's true. Look who said they didn't want anything to do with PCs back in the early 90s. Look at them now. Here they are. Here we are, right? So anyway, anybody want to comment on that?
Yeah, I actually have a comment here, but I'm going to throw out a magic word. Please write this down. The magic word is Lucy, all in lowercase, L-U-C-Y, Lucy. This magic word is going to be used on the LTB network. It's called Let's Talk Bitcoin. This webinar and all the webinars, most of the webinars anyways, when you hear a magic word, will be added to the Let's Talk Bitcoin network. So you may want to check that out for yourself. And in fact, you know what that magic word is, then you can enter that into your LTB network back office, and you will be receiving LTB coins. You have to set up your information. It will take you a while to understand how all that works. I'm going to learn as well. But yes, the webinars that Kelly and I are doing for Pioneering to Empower, empowered by Nexxus University, will be added to the LTB network. There's many radio shows there. I would say at least 12 of them at this time. So again, magic word, Lucy. And yes, we have Jason Nelson would like to interject, but he is very sorry that he does not have a microphone set up right now. Jason Nelson is not actually a Nexxus University. He's not in the Nexxus University. I did invite him in today, being that he is extremely knowledgeable, and he has written a book on cryptocurrency. And I apologize, Jason, I don't have that information right up front, but maybe you could join us at 5 p.m. Eastern today on Thursday, March 17th. But he says, I think the most important feature of cryptocurrency is that the distribution process is more democratized than the distribution process of traditional Federal Reserve notes. Thanks. So eloquently said, Jason Nelson. Thank you for your input there.
Awesome there, Kelly. Well, good stuff and great work for you getting us on that network. 12 radio shows a day, guys. Wow, are we going to be knowledged up?
They have 12 radio shows like the Crypto Show. They have Bitcoins and Gravy. They have a lot of really cool shows on the LTV network, and we're going to be on there as well.
Wow, awesome. That's so great. That's Kelly Ann's good work there. And like I said, we will be knowledged up. We'll be the most knowledgeable people there are in the crypto space. That's awesome. All right, guys. Well, if you don't have any more questions or no comments or anything, we'll wrap this program up this morning. We are going to be back at 5 p.m. today Eastern Standard Time to go over some more information and update you on what's happening. And also remember the corporate calls tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'm sure we got some great updates from Bob and crew. So don't forget to join us, and so glad you were here this morning, and we'll see you back later on this afternoon. Thank you, Kelly. Thanks, everyone.
Yes, and I'm going to go ahead and leave this up for just a moment because I want everyone to see that the music that I played yesterday and the music that I'm playing today is Bitcoins and Gravy. And I'm really, I feel bad that I can't remember this guy's name right now, but I know his last name's Bennett. I just can't remember his first name, but here's his QR code. So if you want to go ahead and scan that and donate some Bitcoins over to him, you'll also find him on the LTB network. So thanks, everyone, and thank you, Kelly B, for all that you do.
You as well, Kelly. Love you all. See you back this afternoon.